Hey, coffee cuties, we are back with another banger. And today we are back with another reaction video where I give my raw and unfiltered opinion about viral topics surrounding coily natural hair. And today we definitely have a banger indeed because people on TikTok are currently in a debate about black hair care products versus science. So let's just get right into it. So, for many years now within the natural hair community, many people have been talking about black hair care products in a negative way because basically they feel like they prioritize, for example, oils or the smells or just curl defining type of activities versus actually getting down to the nitty gritty and science of black hair in order to promote things like healthy hair, hair growth, and everything in between. So this conversation has finally made its way to TikTok. So I'm going to go ahead and play the first video that I saw come down my timeline, as well as play some videos from some well-respected people within the natural hair community. So with that being said, let's just get right into it.
The reason why you're so impressed by that white hair care brand is because they are science-based and they use science and technology. Believe it or not, there is science and technology in your cosmetics, and in your hair care you want the science. You don't want what the black hair care brands are giving you, butters and oils. They're black, whether they're black owned or not. I'm saying black because they're catered solely towards black people, and those brands are usually just a bunch of butters and oils, whereas these other
It is extremely dangerous to come online and to say that black hair care products and brands don't use science. You can't make a hair care product without using science. These brands have teams of chemists who formulate their products. TGIN, Camille Rose, Design Essentials, they all use science. Every black hair care brand, literally, even if you're not a big brand, you have to use science to create a product. I am shocked that this is coming from black women. Well, like I don't even know what to say, because this is something you would hear. I would think you would hear from white people. Is giving white supremacy. It's giving anti-black. The need to put black products down after they literally fueled the natural hair movement. They literally fueled the loving your black hair movement, whether it's straight, whether it's natural, whether it's whatever. Like, for you to come online and put them down is insane. The hair products that you name, Olaplex, Redken, Tresemme, all those products, even Sacred, which includes everyone, it is black owned, but it includes everyone. Those products also keep in mind that there are going to be white people with a different hair type who use those products, right? Their strands need different products. Black hair, our hair, if you're wearing your hair in its natural state, our hair needs water, cream, and an oil or butter to seal that moisture in. Now, if your hair is straight, those products may work better for you. That is fine. But to come online, I mean, I saw someone else's video who said black products are trash with a trash can. Like, what is wrong with y'all? If you want to be a white woman, just say that. Just come online and say that. But to say that the products are, that they're not as good, that their white products are better, they work better for your hair, it's your hair, they work better for, but it doesn't make them better all around. I think it's extremely harmful, it's extremely dangerous, and it gives anti-black. Like, this type of rhetoric is the same rhetoric with the Lululemon conversation. It's like you find a way to uplift whiteness. We got to talk about the obsession with whiteness in the black hair community, not even just among naturals, because these people, a lot of these people who are saying this, they're not natural, or their hair is fried all the way to the bone. The ends are thin and see-through. Like, it gives anti-black. I use what's the product? Cream of Nature. Cream of Nature is not black owned, and it works amazing for my hair. I would never come online and say that black products aren't as great as it though. That is weird. Like, why would you do that? Like, it be your own people. Oh my god.
Alrighty, so what are your thoughts about what your girls had to say? So, first of all, I want to say that if you see a black hair care product on the shelves, then yes, they have a team of chemists. They go through the same regulations that white products on the same shelves go through. So, when I originally heard this conversation, I thought that they were referring to more like people just getting started and making the formulas out of their kitchen, like a many of the black hair care products that later grew to bigger brands started off as. So that's what I kind of thought that they were more talking about, not so much when they make it to a level where they're on the shelves. But nevertheless, I do feel like that when the conversation about like, oh, black products only prioritize on oils and butters, that is because that is what our hair needs. So that is going to be the priority. I know there was a no oils, no butters movement, which came out to be completely flawed, and a lot of people unfortunately lost their hair and everything like that. So it has pretty much been confirmed within our natural hair, Coley natural hair space, that we need oils and butters. So I don't agree with talking down on that for sure, because we need moisture in our hair. But again, when it comes to the lack of science used in black care products that are on the shelves, that is actually false, because they have to go through regulations. Someone said she's from the UK. That's enough. Someone else said all brands use science. Someone else said Camille Rose is the best product I ever used on my daughter's hair. I use Sacred for my locks, but it doesn't keep my daughter's hair moisturized at all. So what are your thoughts about that? Have you used Sacred, by the way, since people brought that as an example? I personally have not used Sacred, and I'm not really with the kind of like the inclusive products that include all hair types. I personally prefer hair products that cater more towards black hair. So my go-to products right now are design essentials personally. But let's keep going and hear from some well-respected people within the natural hair community and see what they have to say about this conversation. So first, we will be hearing from African Hair God to see what he thinks about all of this. So let me go ahead and unmute and come back with more.
So a lot of people want to know my thoughts about this whole white products being backed in science and science-based, and black products being just a bunch of oils and butters. I'm not even going to entertain that. And I'm going to tell you why. Anyone who knows me and follows my content knows that when it comes to products, I'm not product focused. It's not about the products. Products are nothing more than tools. So as long as you understand how to get the most out of said tool, whether it's a white brand or a black brand, understand the properties, the qualities of each of these products and what it's meant to do and how it performs and impacts your hair. Until you understand that, it doesn't really matter what product you use, because a lot of people are so product focused and they just, I'm going to use this product and this product makes my hair grow and this product makes my hair healthy. It's not the products, baby. It's not the products. It's literally about understanding hair care. That's what a lot of people don't understand. People don't get how I can have such great success with my clients' hair and utilize only water and hair grease. It's because I understand the hair care aspect and the needs of the hair, and I know how to address it without causing damage. But you have people who are using OLAPLEX, K18, and everything else and still have to go and get trimmed 6 times a year, whose hair is still breaking, whose hair is still splitting, whose hair is still struggling to retain length, whose hair is still having to get big chop, all because they're trying to let products outweigh poor hair care or outweigh consistency with taking care of their hair. So this whole conversation about that is completely pointless, on top of the fact that all products are science-based. All products are science-based because cosmetology involves science. Understanding how products impact and affect the hair involves science. All these products that are based in black hair care products are the same ingredients that are in the white hair care products. I literally just watched a video of a trichologist talk about this one brand. She's like, I love this brand. They have a rich formula for thicker hair and afro hair, and they have the regular formula for everyone else. Yeah, you know what's in the richer formula? A bunch of oils and butters. Why? Because that's what we need. That's what our hair needs. Again, this goes back to address the needs of your specific hair. I'm not talking about curl pattern. I'm not talking about hair type. I'm not talking about porosity. I'm literally talking about you actually looking at your hair as just your hair, observing what it's lacking, its specific needs, and addressing that. Y'all are still caught up in curl pattern. Y'all are still caught up in hair products. Y'all are still caught up in product brands. Until you can look past that and see everything for what it is, you'll understand that it's a lot more simpler than people think. People are like, what's your favorite brand? What's your favorite brand of grease? I don't have one. I don't have one. I cherry pick products based on what I need it to do for my client's hair. It is that simple. So whether I'm using $5 hair grease or whether I'm using $80 deep conditioner from K18, I can make anything work because I know how to use it, how to optimize its performance based on what my clients needs. I'm not just throwing things in my client's hair. I'm not throwing things in here. And yeah, products is a trial and error sort of thing anyway. So whether you're using white products or black products, you still got to figure the shit out. So yeah, I'm not indulging that. It's a lot of anti-black rhetoric, and it's literally the black women that are reinforcing it, that are pushing this narrative. That's the shit that kills me. That you have all these black-owned brands who have literally made themselves accessible, who have tried to cater to the specific needs and wants that we asked for, and now you have us got the nerve to turn your nose up at these same people and these same products. Hell, you know what? That's my thoughts on that. Don't ask me no more. One last thing before I go. I have had clients sit in my chair, first-time clients, and they have gone to stylists after stylists after stylists who have encouraged them to use these expensive salon professional quality products, the OLAPLEX, the K18, the protein treatment, the bond builders. And they still sat in my chair and hair was still full of a bunch of hair damage. And the only reason they came to me is because these stylists could not figure out what was wrong with their hair. They could not fix their issue. After sitting in my chair one time, getting one haircut and getting a proper consultation and walking them through basic minimalistic hair care that addresses all their specific needs, they have been able to take care of their hair, all with just basic clarifying shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, basic ass conditioner, and $5 hair grease. And they have had the thickest, healthiest head of hair and scalp. And this is not under my care. These are people that pop in once or twice a year. In between that, they're taking care of their hair at home. So if they can do it, if I can do it, why can't y'all do it with these white ass products? Make it make sense. Better yet, don't, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Alrighty, so what are your thoughts about what African Hair God had to say? So I definitely agree with the fact that it's not so much to be so focused on the individual products, but the way that you use the products and understand how it is going to relate to your hair and your hair needs and things like that. Like you said, he's using water and grease and don't even ask for the particular grease brand. And he is having his clients have healthy flowing hair. So I definitely agree with that for sure. And I also do agree with the fact that downing a lot of these black hair care products that have been growing black hair for years and years is absolutely ridiculous, especially when they get to the point where they're on the shelves. Again, I thought they were talking about more like when they're at the beginning stages and they're in their kitchen, because I know that they talk about they down kitchen stylists, even though we've been going to people that have been doing hair out of their home for ages, and they used to be growing our hair all this time, as well as kitchen hair care products. So now that I'm saying that the conversation is completely different, it just makes it even more absolutely ridiculous. But someone has said they used to complain that there weren't enough black products, and now that brands have started making them, they switch up and say white products are what's good. Someone else said Design Essentials is that girl lady. So yes, I love Design Essentials as well. Someone else said, I have used science-backed white products on my type 4 Afro hair, and it was the worst time of my life until I started formulating my own hair care products, which absolutely works well for our hair types. It's about routines and knowing how to use them. I definitely agree with that. So with that being said, we're going to keep moving on to the next person within the natural hair care space that had opinions about this. So let me go ahead and pull up this next creator and come back with some more commentary. So here we go. Let me unmute, and here we go.
So there's a conversation on whether or not black-focused hair care brands are as science-backed as the white counterparts, and the truth is most of them really aren't. To add context to the conversation, yes, every major brand sold in a store is made in a lab and is made by a cosmetic chemist. But just because science was involved doesn't mean science is the focus, because marketing is king. Many of these products were initially created by their founders mixing oils and butters in their kitchen. They eventually scaled up from that, but the branding pretty much stayed the same for a lot of these brands. And that focus being on natural ingredients. And when you're focusing on natural ingredients, there's not much room for innovation. And truly, innovation is slow across any brand in the hair care space. Innovation is risky and may confuse consumers, so a lot of brands shy away from innovation unless it's a part of their marketing story, as is the case for K18 and OLAPLEX and Redken. But it's not part of the marketing story for many of the black brands that were founded on natural principles. This is why their innovation is mainly focused on releasing a new type of oil and butter instead of releasing something groundbreaking. But in 2025, there are, of course, many black brands that put a focus on innovation more than just being natural. You have Sacred, you have Design Essentials. It ultimately boils down to what you're looking for in a product. If you like the ethos of a deeply nourishing product with natural ingredients, then products like Shea Moisture and Cantu might be up your alley. But if you're looking for your hair to do things that aren't inherently natural, like repairing damaged bonds or going long periods of time without getting dampened by humidity, then you might want something that's more innovative.
Alrighty, so what are your
So there's a
opinions
conversation.
about that? Do you believe that black hair care products, they lack some of the science, even if they are on the shelves, because they don't want to go through innovation and evolve, and they want to focus more on the marketing, which is going to be the oils and butters or curl defining, kind of more what I was talking about in the beginning. So I don't know if that is 100% true, because it seems like if you are going to reach the shelf level, then you're going to have to go through innovation to some degree in order to meet the qualifications that it takes to even be on the shelves. So that's my personal opinion. But again, he is a chemist. This is Javon Ford. I know he gives a lot of opinions and perspectives within the natural hair care space. So let me know what you think down below. So someone said, me, Design Essentials, locked in. Design Essentials and Mazani are top tier. The Do, Reckon, and Sacred have done my hair and scalp so good. So let's see if we're able to scroll down a little bit more. Sometimes it kind of jumps all over the place because I want to get some opinions about what he said about innovation. So thank you for talking about this in a way that doesn't diminish the efforts of Black-owned brands and traditional hair care. I'm so sick of creators putting down smaller businesses to uplift multi-billion-dollar conglomerates who have monopolized the beauty industry. So let's see if there's any other opinion about. Yeah, so he did do a good job at expressing his opinions without downing anyone. So let's see if there's anyone. Let's read this one. Makes sense because Sacred is actually amazing. I'm only 2 wash days in, and I'm shocked at how soft it makes my hair feel, especially the tight coils at the nape. So that is a fan of Sacred. Again, if you use Sacred, Design Essentials, the Do. So Sacred is actually so T. Sacred. Wow, Sacred has a lot of good reviews and opinions about that brand. So that is great. So okay, so yes, it's just a lot of cosigns for Sacred. So what do you think about all of this? Do you agree or disagree? Do you think that black hair care products lack science and compared to its white counterparts? Do you think that it's anti-black to now uplift all these white-owned products after begging the natural hair community, begging and wanting to see more representation when it comes to black hair care products on the market? And now that they're here, we're now saying that basically, essentially, quote unquote, white ice is colder. Let me know what you think about all this down below. As for me, again, my go-to is Design Essentials, which is black owned, because if I'm going to find a good hair care product that works well for my fully natural hair, I would prefer it to be black owned. Now, if there was no good product that was working for my hair on the market, I would then go to white products. But thankfully, I don't feel like I have to do that at this time, as I'm getting my hair care needs met with a black owned product. Also, leave your favorite products down below, whether it is black owned or not, because I'm just curious to know what everyone is using within the community. Also, at this time, we are about 85 people away from 10K at this point. So we are finally getting so close. YouTube has took the shackles off your girl and finally pushing me in the algorithm again. So we are so close. So the giveaway, I'm probably just going to give away a good Design Essentials bundle, since we're talking about black-owned hair care products and what works good for coily natural hair. I'm going to give away my favorite, which again is Design Essential, to one lucky winner once we hit 10K. So continue to tell friends, to tell other friends that it is Liddy over here. So many more bangers to come. Also, email me any good stories you think will be ideal for the channel. But this is the end of this video. So until next time, see ya.